Hello there. Have you ever wondered how to understand every single language on the planet without learning them? Well, have I got a method for you. Time. At the very beginning of all of this, humans, those first humans, would never have been able to speak a particular language. So how did those first two not die? How did they make it through their life? How did they communicate with one another? We can dive into the complexities of slow evolution, but let's take this for what I mean. Language itself. A conspiracy between two people that the noises caused by vibrations in the larynx actually mean something. How do we determine what it means? Well, we learn from a young age to associate every sound with a particular action, object, adjective, etc. Now, one thing that has remained is that 75% of language is body language. So when you're speaking to someone, the words are important, but the inflection and the tone and the face, the eyes, looking at you, not looking at you, all of these things go into how you receive the information that's being delivered to you. If 75% of all language is body language, and humans did not used to speak a language, then I can at least make a guess that all language was at some point body language. Now, let's dive in a little. Deep within here, containing rods and cones, much like the eye does, you have a gland called a pineal gland. In the Bible, God and Jacob wrestled face to face in a place called Pineal. The Pope carries a pine cone on top of his staff. The pine cone represents the pineal. When thy eye be single, thy whole body will be filled with light. This has rods and cones to receive light, and it is the single eye. It has no pair, no partner. When humans first came, you're going to judge me for this, but we were telepathic. Humans were telepathic and psychic to an extent. You have to understand, it's not magic. It's a receiver. A receiver that has long since been broken, the wires needing to be soldered fresh. But instead, we continue to calcify this gland, and we forget how to communicate with one another. Well, I'm here to see if I can do something about that. Communication right now in the world is one of the most important things that we could possibly focus on. With a war going on, with disinformation going on, with Kremlins popping up everywhere, we need to learn how to communicate with one another, which is where I come in. I'm going to help you learn body language and telepathic language so that you can speak with someone who speaks another language and you can understand them. Now, I'm not saying that you will be able to understand the parts of speech, past, present, and things like that, but it will be enough so that if you're lost in a country that you do not belong in, you can at least understand what the people are wanting from you. So, when you're talking to a person, perhaps do this with someone you're quite familiar with so that you don't have to feel uncomfortable. Find someone you know, someone you love, and start talking with them. Have them set something in mind that they're going to be trying to talk to you about without using words. Don't tell anyone what it is, but have it ready. Now, as you're looking into the other person's eyes, this is very important. Put the intention of the thing you're trying to say behind your eyes and push that. Imagine it. Just imagine you're doing this. Imagine pushing that into them. And while you're speaking, feel an emotion related to the thing you're trying to convey. If you just say words, that's nothing. But if you say words, that's something else. So put it in the eyes, put it in the smile, put it in the ears. I know, I'm just kidding, but What you have to do is make sure that you're loving the person you're talking to so that there can be a connection made. And then just sit there and practice this over and over when you have time, just for fun. Eventually, you will start to get an idea of what certain feelings within you, when you're seeing someone else speak, those feelings will relate to certain things. And you can associate these certain things with certain words or feelings. Sometimes in this type of communication, you may not think in words, but you will get at least the gist of what someone is asking you or trying to get out of you. Another thing that we should do is focus on exercising and decalcifying the pineal gland. One way that you can do that, of course, is with an alkaline diet. A good, healthy, vegetarian, if you can, but you don't have to, diet. Breath work and exercise. You can go through my channel and find how to produce DMT naturally through breath work. It's a very popular video on YouTube. God, I felt like Trump just now. Oh, that's the greatest video ever. But it'll teach you how to stimulate the pineal gland. This can dive you deep into your meditative practices. This can help you with certain things such as PTSD, trauma and anxiety. But I hope that you learned something here today. I know it seems like nothing. You know, you're just going to be trying to guess what somebody is saying. But keep in mind, this is how we communicated. There may be a time in the near future where we need to communicate with people that we cannot speak to, and our technology might be gone. No Google Translate. So, learn languages while you can, but practice this. And you'll notice that as you go through your day, you'll start to feel what other people are thinking and feeling just because you've been practicing this. I love you very much, and I hope to see you soon. As always, be still.